Hello everybody, today I'm going to demonstrate bridging, or if you've been to Pilates or know Pilates lingo at all, they quite often will call it the shoulder bridge. It's really useful for any low back issues or weakness in the back and hips, pelvic region, but I also give it to a lot of my lower limb rehab patients, so whether you've had ankle injuries, knee injuries, anything like that. So a lot of the sporting injuries it covers as well. For you horse riders out there, it's really good one for stability in the low back and the pelvic region, which of course we really need, and developing good strong middle gluteal muscles, the gluteus medius, which helps us with our deep seat position as well with riding, and helps with lower limb alignment if you're a runner or do football, rugby, anything like that. So again, down to the floor if you can, a pillow cushion for underneath your head. You get your feet hip distance apart, and you should feel that you're lying comfortably and evenly relaxed through your back and your head and neck, and so there should be no tension going on in the upper body at all. From this position, first of all, arch your heels a little bit closer to your bottom if you can, but feet stay at hip width apart. This helps to take the demand off of the hamstrings, particularly if you have a tendency to get cramp in your hamstrings. Try bringing your heels closer into your backside. I like the Pilates method for going into the shoulder bridge. So what you're going to do is you're going to flatten your lumbar spine, your low back into the floor. So what I'm doing there is I'm tucking my tailbone up towards the ceiling. So I've flattened my low back, tilted my pelvis, so my tailbone points towards the ceiling, and you're going to maintain that position, that posture in the low back, as you gently lift your hips up. Avoid the tendency to lift up too high because you'll lose your correct alignment. So you need to just be able to lift your backside up off the floor, but maintaining that kind of tail tuck position. You're also trying to lift yourself up level through your pelvis. So if it helps you, you can rest your fingertips on your pelvic bones there, and you can glance down and just check that you've stayed level. And you're then going to uncurl yourself. So if you imagine the knobbly bits of vertebrae of your back, you could walk one down onto the floor at a time until you completely uncurled yourself. So we're going to flatten the low back, so I'm curling my tail towards the ceiling, maintain that posture, pushing up from there, so you'll feel you have to work through your abs, and then you work through your glutes to help lift your backside up, maintaining that posture, and then you're going to really slowly and smoothly uncurl yourself, walking one vertebrae down at a time. Throughout the exercise, as well as trying to keep that pelvis level and not wobbling, you're also trying to keep your thighs in parallel, because again, a tendency is that they start to migrate often outwards as we go up. So thighs stay in parallel and try and avoid the wobble. If you're wobbling a bit to begin with, as you progress and get stronger, you will lose that wobble, you will get stronger. What I'll do is I can show you a progression on from this exercise, but you only do it once you're up to a good 15 slow lifts with good control. And your progression on will be that you do exactly the same. You're lifting up and you get yourself to that height, and then what you're going to do is you're going to lift up heel and toe, and you're just going to rock between the two, but trying to maintain that stability. If you can do that, your next progression on from this will be to actually lift the foot off, and you float the leg up into parallel, so the thighs stay parallel and the leg floats away, foot back down, and then you gently curl yourself back down, and that will be your progression on. All done.